Morning, welcome to a video of A Walk with Coffeeneil, and today I'm in Castleton. So I've just parked up in this big nice spacious car park. It's cost me £6.80 for 10 hours. It's £1.80 for 1 hour, and it's also £4.50 for 4 hours. So I'm gonna do what I need to do first and grab a coffee. So as soon as you get out of the car, I know the sun's shining quite brightly, which is always nice. It is quite cold. You come to the visitors centre where there's a toilets, there's a cafe, and there's obviously the visitors centre itself. I'm not going to go to that cafe though. So I've come to this sign, Dolly's Tea Room, so I'm going to head for there. But it looks very nice, doesn't it, to walk down here, so this will be quite pleasant. So then what you get is obviously you get the little river running down and the ducks in there chilling. So a little waterfall there and some waves for the ducks to enjoy themselves. So I've found my destination, my first stop. So I'll grab a coffee, see what it's like. Hopefully they take card, I've got no cash on me. So I've come along in this cafe, very nice. So I've ordered egg and toast and a coffee, and it's come to £9.05. But this is proper coffee, so I'm looking forward to it. And here we are, looking forward to this. Obviously the bread's not great, but the eggs still keeps me in my diet a little bit. So I've just been in Dolly's Tea Room for my breakfast, which were the eggs and toast, which you've just seen. I've still got my coffee, so I'll give you a rating once I've finished it. I mean, I've heard worse views in the morning. So there you've got the little footbridge. And over there, what you can see is somebody putting the Christmas tree up. I put mine up as well by now. So I'm going to have a walk down here and see where it leads. I just like the little footpath. A few people walking up and down, so I'll see where this goes to. So don't you just love the cottage feel about this place? Unreal. Feels so peaceful around here. You can just hear the water running. So peaceful. So I did reach to the top of here, and you come out at the Peak Cavern and the Devil's Arse. So I'm not going to walk any further up because it's all gated off at the top. To go in there though, I think it's quite expensive, you know. I'll try and find out for you later on. So I'm going to walk back down here. There's a left-hand turn in between the houses there, and we'll see where that brings me. So this brings me to a nice little steep hill. Very scenic, so I am going to walk up it anyway. So looking forward to reaching the top of here and seeing what it brings for me. And a nice old school light there as well. Just take the views in for a moment. This is just walking down a street, and this is the view. So this isn't the easiest footpath to walk up. However, I'll give it a go and see if I can find anything interesting. So this is where it's brought me out. Spectacular views from up here. And I'm just going to keep on walking and see if I can catch any other great views like this. So, just finished the coffee. The coffee was really good, you know. The coffee, I would give the taste of the coffee, I would give a 9.5 out of 10. It was very good. The eggs and toast were just eggs and toast. So, as good as you can make it, another 8 out of 10. It was quite expensive, but I am out in the peaks, so you do expect to pay a bit more inflated prices. So like I said, £9.05 I think for the coffee and for the eggs and toast. So overall, has to be an 8.5 out of 10. So I'd definitely go back there again. The staff were really good as well. The place was clean, but it's also dog friendly as well, so you can take your dogs in there. Yeah, but I'm happy with that choice. So I know I've shared the view before, but it is freezing up here, honestly. My ears are so cold and my hands are so cold, but the views are making up for it. So when you do come out around here, it is very friendly. I spoke to two people who said, whatever you do, don't walk the way we walked. We got very lost and we ended up, and we didn't think we were going to get back out of it. I was like, that sounds very familiar to the sort of walks I go on. I then spoke to a delivery driver who was embracing being at work and being out here and enjoying himself and taking it all in. He's saying it was nice for him to have a break from the city life. And then I asked two ladies that to make sure this wasn't a dead end where I'm walking, and they said it will bring me out at Winnat Pass. So hopefully they are correct. Did I mention it's freezing? So I actually know where I am now, which actually surprises me a little bit. So I'm just heading to the Winnat Pass part. So by Castleton, what there is that there's Mamtor, which is very well known for a lot of people going to watch incredible sunrises and sunsets. I've never actually been there to do that yet. However, it's not far from here. I won't be going there today, but just in case you've come across it, you'll know it's very close to here in walkable distance. And it's that cold, it feels like my ears have popped. So I have reached Winnat Pass. This is really, really cool. Been here quite a few times. I'm going to attempt to walk to the top of there now, show the view from top of there. I don't have the greatest footwear on, but I never do. So here I am at the bottom of the hill, and now the aim is to walk up to the top, which I'll show you the other view. So that's the view, but that doesn't look as steep as it actually is. It is very steep, by the way. Just a little bit up now. As you can see, that tree you saw at the beginning is still quite far away, but I'm halfway up. I'm out of breath, by the way, but this is the view I'm getting. Amazing. And then that's the view I'm getting from the other side. So I'm out of breath, as I've said, but I'm still going to get to the top. I feel like I fail if I don't. So if I'm speaking a bit quick, it's because it's freezing and I'm out of breath. I'm trying to get my breath back. So as you can see, up there it's very muddy, by the way. So I'll need to wash my hands and clean my jeans after this. So as you can see, I've reached the tree. So I'm about 3/4 of the way up. I'm so out of breath. I do not recommend doing this in the middle of November. I've got to get back down yet as well. That's going to be a challenge itself. Getting up's probably the easier part. I'm almost there, almost. So you can see how up I am. Very unsteady on my feet at the moment though too. So I'm definitely having a rest when I get to the top. So I have reached the top and I'm exhausted. Hopefully there's a more simple way down. Please be a more simple way down. I don't know if you can see that, but that's all the mist coming over. That looks insane. So I'm hoping it's mist, not fire. Otherwise I'm getting screwed stood on top of it. I think that might be a fire, you know. That looks far too smoky for a mist now. I hope whatever it is gets sorted pretty soon. So I'm just walking across and trying to go to the flatter areas because I don't really want to fall down the cliff, so to speak. I don't know if you can hear the wind behind me, but it's really strong. So hopefully will be okay. So no idea how I'm going to get down. I'm just trying to walk towards a flat place as close to the wind, but this looks pretty cool. So my aim is to get near that house down there, which is some distance. No idea how I'm going to get there, but it's daylight till about 4 o'clock, so hopefully I'll find my way then. Filming for good measure. Do you reckon I could just roll? It'd be a lot easier. Great, so I've got to try and get down here. It's the only way. Well, there's more ways, but it means a lot more walking, so I'm just going to try and get down to the flat. I don't mind the walking, I'd just be rather on flat land than windy hilltops at the minute. Because like I said earlier, it's freezing. So I made it, and I haven't fell. yet, but yet is definitely the thing, because it feels like it will happen at any point now. So as you can see, there's a footpath there. You can see the two guys walking. They're going to be much quicker than me. Honestly, I'm slipping all over the place. Look at this though. You generally are on the cliff edge. It's quite a big drop as well, you know, and I'm here tripping over my own shoelaces. It's been nice knowing you. Well, the destination's looking a bit closer. Sometimes though in life you've just got to have a moment. So I'm just having this moment right now. So I am walking down this path now, and a lady just come past me and said how slippy it was. However, she had walking boots on and she had sticks as well. And again, here I am in trainers sliding all over the place. Although it's a bit warmer now, so there's at least one bonus. So I don't know if you can see it down there, but I think that's the path what leads to Mamtor, where you go and have the where you watch sunrise and sunset. I may be wrong though, because there is another road what goes up there, which I don't know what leads to, but I can see people walking down it. Anybody feel free to correct me. So I've just come across this. That's pretty quirky, pretty cool. A lot of things like this around here as well, so I'll see if I can spot any more. You know what it is as well? I'm sliding all over the place, and one thing I've not mentioned before is I'm so injury prone. I've done the ligaments in my right ankle 3 times. I've done my Achilles tendon. I've done dislocated my shoulder. You know, I've done my back in, slipped a disc in my back. You know, I've had concussion. I've done my knee in before. You know, I've had all these injuries, and the older you get, obviously, the worse they get as well, and the more time they take to heal. So while my hair's blown all over the place, I'm not justifying coming up here. What I'm basically saying is it was probably a really bad idea for me to come up here with how injury prone I am. So I am coming out down here, hoping that I can actually get, and I don't have to turn back round because I'm not sure what that is. So that house there, what I've pointed out to, I can actually hear the people who are building there talking quite clearly, and they're miles away, but there's such a big echo I can actually hear what they're saying. That's madness. And there's a little up there, look. I don't know what that is. Right over there, there's young love, but I wonder what's in that up there. Again, a little cool feature. Right, so while I was planning and walking down, I am going to see what that little up has up there. But there's an handrail here and it's very flat, so it looks a lot better for me to be walking on in these trainers. Do you know what? I actually give up. I didn't realise where it went. It goes all the way around, bends all the way around. It's quite a far walk up. And my calves are killing. I've got to get to the bottom of the hill. So that building there is the Treccliffe Cavern. And that actually does have the handrail and flat surface, so that's a good way to get down, hopefully. Just for good measure, I'll throw some steps in the video for you. So obviously I try and do 10,000 steps a day. Quite recently obviously I did 50,000 in London one day. It did take me a minute to die, and I've only been here a few hours. Honestly, the first 20,000 steps in London were far easier than doing the first 5,000 steps in Castleton when it's past. Honestly, far easier. It's been quite difficult today, I'm telling you. I have never been so excited to see the flat. So I've made it back onto the flat. I'm so happy about this, because I've only done about 6,500 steps as well, and I feel like I've done about 1 million. Honestly, my back's killing. It's always good to take in nature. They all look very chilled. Wish I were very chilled most of the time, like that. So I'm back on flat, and I've got quite a bit of a walk down here, and I'll pick it up shortly. So here I've just come across Dunscore Farm Bed and Breakfast. Check prices out of there because I reckon that'd be quite a cool place to stop. But I think it's right over there, you see. I think that's it. I think that's the building I was looking at when I was at the top of Winnat Pass to try and come back down. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is the one. So that's where I've just come from. I was at the top of there and I had walked all the way across that. So I'm pretty pleased with myself. I managed to achieve that. But as you can see, it's quite... So you can get a better indication from here, hopefully, where I did walk to the top of there. Obviously it does seem very far away there. If I zoom in, you can just about tell where I started the journey. Also up there, that's Peveril Castle. I don't think I can get up there though, unfortunately, so that's about the closest I can get, but it's still a great view. So it's about 2 PM in the daytime and look at that. That is incredible view. The world's tightest footpath. I think even I might need to go on a diet before I can attempt to walk down there. So, you know, I always put churches in my videos because I love the buildings. And this is the Peveril Centre, which is the Castleton Methodist Church. Great building. And opposite the church, you can get a better view of the Peveril Castle, look. That's like my attempt to putting a Christmas tree up, get bored halfway through and just give up. So there are quite a few pubs in Castleton. So what I'll do is I'll show you around while I'm looking for my next destination for a cup of coffee. I might even go in one at pubs for a cup of coffee. So a little lake continues down here and a romantic scroll going off by the lake as well. So first pub I come to is the Bull's Head. Right across the road is the castle, which is an innkeeper. So I believe they have rooms as well where you can stop, because I've stopped in an innkeeper in Dulwich in London. And the castle is actually quite huge. That's around the other side of it, which also brings me out to some other cool stuff. Now how cool does that look? So that's a great way to use these phone boxes. That's very important. That's really good. I saw this on the drive here and I thought it was really cool, and now I found one here, so that's very good. So I found another tea rooms, but it's shut, and an half decorated Christmas tree. Another church here, another amazing building, and obviously it was Remembrance Sunday, which is very important that we celebrate those people who fought for us and gave us the lives we have today. Another pub down the back streets, the George. I think that's open. Cool looking pub. So the church I've just shown you is the St Edmund Castleton. It's a really cool building. So if somebody told me what Castleton had, I'd say it had a lot of pubs, nice little coffee shops. It's got lots of places to walk, and half-arsed on Christmas trees, bit looks at it. I do always like to feature memorials as well in my videos for respect. How nice does it look down here though? Beautiful. So a group of kids have just stopped me in the street and asked me some questions about Castleton. I had a feeling I knew what they was going to do when they stopped and asked me, because I did see a bunch of other kids asking somebody else earlier. So I stopped and gave them the answers, and hopefully they're constructive. And over there you have the Ye Old Nag's Head. So like I said, I'm probably going to jump in one of these pubs shortly and maybe get dinner. So the theme is they don't fully decorate the Christmas trees here, because that's outside the Ye Old Nag's Head, and across the way there you have again 2 Christmas trees that are barely decorated. Must be a theme. So I've come across this cool looking pub, the Old Chester Trees. So I'm gonna go in here and see if I can get a coffee, because the George was serving food only, unfortunately. So I'm now in the Old Chester Trees and I've come in and got a coffee. That cost me £3.80. So it's very well decorated for Christmas, and it's very tidy and nice inside here. So I'm going to chill out for a bit. So while the pub's got a bit quieter, that's just inside it. Very beautiful place. So I don't know if you saw that little log fire, makes it so cosy in here. How cool is that too? So another pub over there is the Swiss Tap Free House. And across from there is the Castleton Village Hall. So I've had a coffee, £3.80 in the Old Cheshire Cheese. A really nice pub, really good staff. The coffee was pretty good as well, so I'd definitely go back in there. The chef isn't there today, so I wasn't able to get a meal in there, but I will come back at some point and eat in there, because I think it will be a really good place to eat. And over there you've got the Peak Hotel that serves food. It is quite expensive around here, so I'm debating whether I should eat or not around here. And again up there, a very half-arsed decorated Christmas tree. I mean, that's somebody's garden, but that looks a great view with that. Love it. Do you know what, when I was looking for coffee earlier, I walked straight past this place. I didn't even notice it was there. Shame on me. I mean, how cool does that look? So this is Castleton for you. Such a beautiful place to come. And now I've just come in the Bull's Head for some dinner. Look at this. Beautiful inside here. So I've decided that I will get lunch here. It's cost me $15.95 for honest chicken. Also, I want to wait till it goes a bit dark and get some pictures and some footage when the light drops, because I think it's going to look really cool around here. I've also just looked and I have now reached over 10,000 steps today, but that felt like it took forever. The London video I mentioned to you, it felt like I did 30,000 steps a lot quicker than I did these 10,000s today. And look, another log fire. Not lit this one though. So, this is my Hunter's chicken. Looks a bit like lasagna, doesn't it? But I'll give this a blast and hopefully it's nice. Looks good. And now that's a proper decorated Christmas tree. So up there you can see the moon. Looks pretty cool. So I am going to go shortly, but obviously it's going dark, so I just wanted to film a little bit in the dark. Looks really cool. The gift shop in the dark, and a very strangely lit visitor centre in the dark. I don't know if you can see that, but I think the sky looks amazing. But that might just be me. And then from that side you can see the moon and the street. So I've just had a meal in there, the Hunter's chicken. Very good. Looking very nice, lit up as well. So over there, just a bit further up, you've got the Rose Cottage. Looks very nice. And by that you've got the 1530 restaurant. Not sure what it serves in there, but again, very nice. And that's what it's looking like all lit up tonight. So I went past the Peak Hotel earlier, and that's what it looks like lit up, very nice. So I'm going to have a quick walk down here. I think I can get back to Claw this way, if I remember right through memory. So that's very nice. So I reckon I've walked a bit too far down now. It's very nice though, isn't it? So I am pretty sure if I walk down here, that brings me to the car park. So thanks for watching. This has been a video with A Walk with Coffeeneil, and today I've spent about £40 to £42, which is quite a lot of money really, but that's, you know, sort of like breakfast, tea, 2 coffees and parking, but it's still quite a lot of money really. I wish I'd not spent as much as that. So found my way back to the car. I was correct. So today I've spent in Castleton and on Winnat's Pass about £40. So I had the eggs and toast and the coffee, I had another coffee, and I also had a meal, and I also paid for the parking. That's all day. That is quite a lot of money, but to say I got 2 meals in that and 2 coffees, it's not the worst thing, is it? So thanks for watching. This has been a video with Wortley Coffeeneil. See you in the next one.